Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Spawn on south side as the orange Japanese, we have a foreign name. On north side as the blue English, we have Shapeshifter. When it comes to map generation, I see that there's actually two gold deposits pretty close by each other here. That could be a great spot for a secondary town center. And when it comes to the natural generation, immediately going for the Tawara upgrade. I probably butchered that. I know somebody mentioned as well as some other names, more proper way to pronounce the names, and I completely forgot what it was. So it's for the Ono Bugishas, I think it was. Either way, he does get a better food collection rate with his villagers, plus 25%. Will make them collect faster than the sheep. And so probably a good idea to stop putting the sheep and start collecting them up. It also makes them move a little bit faster and give them basic wheelbarrow. An early wheelbarrow. Let's call it a vanguard wheelbarrow. Either way, when it comes to map generation for blue, the English probably won't touch the berries unless he's starving. There's some deer here. And I just realized he has a lot of dense foliage here, providing some good and natural cover. More foliage here, got a bit of mesas. Gold deposit on top of a hill, so while there's no combat benefits for being on top of a hill, it does provide sight benefits. Usually most students don't really have sight issues unlike the heavy cav. Either way, we got the Abbey Kings now being pulled in the field, eyeing for a bit of aggression. We do now have the Kira storehouse. And the English player is eyeing for a secondary town center. At the standard English turtle style, the Japanese player should probably go for a fast castle. Not necessarily for like the transition to a bunch of mounted samurai play, but also just for primarily grabbing those relics play. If your English opponent's going for the turtle economic side, you could try punishing it, or you can advance next age to claim all the relics. Now we've got two archer ranges being put on the field, so he's not eyeing that. The English player does spot it. The king himself could be very useful, providing counter to the Yumi archers. The Yumi archers are a weaker but cheaper archer, so the opposite of the English longbowman. Additionally, they do move pretty quickly, which is also still the opposite of an English longbowman. Yumi archers have base damage of 4, and the king has less range armor. A range armor of 2. So if the English player gets out the blacksmith, get +1 range armor, these archers do 1 damage per arrow against the king. They are a dirt cheap unit at costing 65 for resources. The king does charge way forward. King's now backing on off. He can just rely on his own health regen aura to get healed up, or could go back to Abbey for mass health regen aura. There's a apply a town center here that will keep that wood very secure. Sheep down. 2 sheep are actually down. You monster. Now, how he's a monster? Let's see. No, wait, that's the living sheep. Collect up food from the poor, helpless sheep. If you click on living sheep, wherever one may be at. You monster. Either way, I got the Yumi Archer, Scout, and Sheep advance his way forward. The Sheep's on the path of vengeance. Nothing more fitting than a story about a peasant sheep taking on the king. Siege engineer now complete. This is a... it's been a while since I've seen a Japanese player does an archer battering ram rush. And he has a lot of units here to build the battering rams, so he has quite a bit of build potential. The English player only has a slight village advantage at the moment. Japanese player is getting small amounts of stone there with his gold collection. But only has 3 villages on gold as well, so he's not really eyeing for a faster fortress. 1 battering ram's almost completed field. We do have 17 Yumi archers in the field. Enemy archers do have still retain 5 tower range and the same attack speed as regular archers, but the bonus damage is even not that great as well. We've got a round long bowman there. Quantity versus quality is going to be the case. The king and the scout gain some good damage on the battering ram. The scout does actually have higher DPS than the king against battering rams due to having plus 10. Actually, no, the attack speed is still pretty slow. Scout takes some hits there. Enemy archers overwhelming the longbowmen. Longbowmen have less attack movement speed. Enemy archers have great movement speed in comparison. Loose body warrior movement speed versus crossbow movement speed. Of course, I still got the town centers here, and they're pretty close by, so they can help protect each other to a small degree. Blacksmith bringing research, probably going for range armor into range damage. The range damage not being researched by the Japanese player. Don't know if range armor will be helpful in resisting longbowman fire. Don't know the exact math behind that. Right now 6 damage, so it'll take 10 hits to take out Yumi Archer. Nice easy math, so +1 range armor would be useful. But will be counted out by +1 range damage. Veterans push by forward. English player can afford to lose his house. Downside of now garrison. Yumi Archer is trying to escort. The king and scout charging the way forward. Of course, we do have a network of castles there, improving attack speed of these units. Longbowman microing on the back. Being pushed forward partially by the king. Scout on scout combat. One battering ram does go down. Scout is providing quite a bit of DPS against that battering ram. And the scout does take a pretty good volley there. The scout could get inside the town center. Actually, probably should just fall back to the Abbey. The Abbey will give them all great health regen benefits. Yep, you can see the scouts rapidly healed up now. More battery guns being blown on the field. All of their wounds are being mended. We now have an outpost being built here. +1 range damage on the way. The Japanese player has +1 range and armor. Longbowmen pushing the way forward. You now have these enemy archers making their way over here. Does get inside the outpost there. Enough room for all of them. I got some farms being built. He is actually taking time to collect up berries. The berries will definitely provide a lot less food than the farms, but he is still need to collect up wood for those farms, even though they're dirt cheap. Loading gate now being deployed on Ouch will give him access to free relics. Up to what, 8? Another banner ram being built out there. This one a little bit farther back. The walls will give him a bit more breathing room. The English player has enough food to age up and he's a little bit more cold. Daimyo Palace now being deployed on out. The King Scout will go up into Office Mesa, but it is a dead end. It was very cinematic, great spot for an outpost to spot everything nearby. Not there. That's definitely not the great position. This is a great position. Multiple battery rams not being pulled in the field. We've got Mountain Samurai on the build queue. He probably has a Yoshiro inside of a stable. He does have 2 stables here. And now got the White Tower now being pulled in the field. He has 2 talents in it, so he is quite ahead on the villager count. And now got a bit of a wave of battery rams being pulled in out. And there's also a breach here. Got 8 barracks being pulled in the field. Hardened Spearman. See, no veteran Yumi Archer research. He may be not eyeing for any more Yumi Archers. The veteran Yumi Archer research, I'm not sure how expense that is. Probably would be the same cost as any other veteran Archer research. Longbowmen not engaging the Yumi Archers. Mountain Samurai push way forward. No palings have been deployed out. Granted, palings do take time to build and prevents your longbowmen from firing in the meantime. Mass another battery rams push way forward. English villagers be picked on off. The King's Scout is still making the way back. Villagers charging forward with some torches. Or Mountain Samurai here. And the Townsend does go down. I think the barracks may have been deleted there. And Samurai is going to be picked on off. The King does have a bit more health and damage with the age up, but still generally inferior to a heavy cav 1-on-1 combat. Veterans not being torched down by a good number of villagers. Scalp down, not a big surprise. Got some crossbows now pulling the field. Focus on the longbowmen, now focus on the crossbows. We're trying to take out some of the English villagers. Now Samurai being sent on in, slowly being picked on off. And some of these battery rams looks like will escape. Only 2 Yumi Archers remain. Those are just Mountain Samurai, so appealing for more Spearmen wouldn't be that bad. He has 1 hardened Spearman in the field. No veteran Spearman research. And battery ram decides to sit there and die. Unless he's just falling back. The Yumi Archers are not important to keep alive. You can put them somewhere so they can perhaps just draw some fire. Or maybe use them maybe camp some relics. Send each one to a relic. They won't really do all too much. But at least they'll be doing something. Because right now, he is building more Yumi Archers. He's eyeing for the veteran Yumi Archer research. Monster now going on up. Relic picked on up somewhere. Or just picked up a relic. Blue looks like just going to be camping this relic. Another relic's location's here. This one is here. And this one is being camped by this force as well. So 3 out of the 4 relics being camped. And a samurai going around in pretty large numbers. There's a good number of units there. You may want to pull out some palings with his longbow because why not? Some spear races there. And Mountain Samurai do close on in from every single direction, so this blue force will be cleaned on up, no problem. Diamond Palace now complete. We got some forces here. The English player is running behind on military units. We are seeing some early man-at-arms being put on the field, as well as some longbowmen, both of which are not veteran, nor is a spearman. The English player still has a large number of villagers. Crossbowmen or spearmen starting to go down there. The archers push way forward. Got the king charges way forward as well. Yep, that's still the original king. The king has not died yet once this game. The king may go down. The king is dead. Mangonel now being put on field, going for a secondary monk as well. And it looks like some of these Yumi archers will be slowly whittled down upon their retreat. It's going to be building out another round of battering rams. They are not any cheaper. Veteran longbowman research now on the way. With the higher base damage, they can punch through heavy armor of the Mountain Samurai a little bit easier. Got plus 2 range armor now being researched, so that's a little bit late response. Each player does have plus 1 range damage, so both players are not super fast on that. So there will be a bit of a range armor advantage for the Japanese player. Gate under fire, and will be set on fire. Battering rams heading along the flank. Mangonel taking some shots there. We got a decent number of horsemen mixed on in, as well as a mounted bannerman. Yumi archers, their veteran research does give plus 2 damage versus light melee as well. Another relic picked on up. He could actually pick up a relic and try Wolo. Samurai push way forward. Going for more early man-at-arms. Spearmen rotating around to engage. Got some early man-at-arms gating the battering rams. Longbowman trying to protect his gate, which is now down. Crossbows don't get overran. The monster does go down, ejecting those relics. Early man-at-arms will get overwhelmed. He may want to try for Wolo. That monk is quite wounded. So the Abbey is getting some good health regen onto the monk. Longbowman try to win for the flank, and they will get wiped on out, going for another walls to protect his flank. Yumi archers slowly whittled on down. We got the regular man-at-arms research and some military academy research for the English player. Relic has been picked on up. Villagers will get picked off here. And more of these villagers, so now they are running. He can get on the other side of this gate to try to get away from his opponent's army. Yes, he does. He does escape on out there, going for an outpost. There's some deer here. He's a little bit too exposed though. He's been having trouble maintaining that area. Another relic being picked up by a Shinto priest. That'll be relic number 3. And the other 2 have been reclaimed for blue as well. We got a decent farming economy back here. If it really needs to, you can always pick up the berries here. That's a bit more safer. So he's now going for another round of walls and gates here. The English player does have decent force in the field. Orange has a decent quality force as well, mostly the mounted samurai. It still has a good number of Yumi archers and horsemen. So more spearmen would be half bad. Do now some. Okay, I need to. Oh no, somebody said I was mispronouncing it, like I do with most words. Byugi-sha, I think. One bannerman for this force. He does have one daimyo palace. So I can support up to what? 2 bannerman, maybe 3. I forget the exact number. So let's switch. Oh, let's switch out of castle mode to take a look. Should be 2, right? Nope, he does can deploy out 3 right now. Five plus. You also got the final berry collection, wheelbarrow, movement speed research for the Japanese player. There are still some berries in the map. He's some, or very little there. There's some over here. Plus English, if you really want to be hungry. Man Orange trying to pursue these horsemen. Overall, if this one goes for Samurai, Samurai do offer definitely a higher capability of fighting against a heavy infantry than Man at Arms versus Samurai with the Odachi upgrade. Got a round of stone walls being put on the field, trying to protect his flanks. Even right here, won't be able to get the gold deposit in his territory. That is... Is that a gate there? That looks like the gate there. That looks like a horrendously designed walls. Oh, that's a mining camp and outpost there, not more walls. The scaffolding, or the lack of scaffolding, the ghost entity got me a bit confused. We now got Castle of the Crow now being put on the field right over here. He does have the bit of walls to protect the flank there. That's all he requires. And that can give him quite a bit of extra income every so long time. Good damage there. These forces most got wiped on out. Who's trying to push way forward? Got some Bannerman Samurai as well as Ona Bugi-shas. Castle of Crow now put on the field, which does act as a castle. Forge now being put on the field, help collect some more stone. Castles do cost a little bit more than standard keats, but they do have a lot better defensive attack. And that one has 8 units garrisoned on in. Got another farmhouse going on up. Units in the attack to the gold deposit. Castle of the Crow being upgraded with cannon. We also got the Shogunate Castle here as well, so he has great amount of defense. Blue should be cleaned on up there. We now got the Berkshire Castle in a very aggressive position. The defensive emplacement does do 82 damage versus a 50 range armor here. Longbow push forward. These guys can be slowly be whittled on down by the talents of their arrows. Plus horsemen never hurt. Bombard in place there. No anti-siege weapons or anti-siege weapon damage. There's a cannon placement there, taking out some of the man-at-arms. And the Berkshire Castle there being a very affordable position. It will constantly provide coverage in this region. Can bombard down that, or take on the bombard a little bit. Paul may have a trade caravan being pulled out. He does not get income just yet. And he will probably intercept it with the Berkshire Castle. I don't know if he can reorder it around. He's going to try to massacre the bombard. slowly being whittled on down there. Trebuchet now being pulled out to siege down the Berkshire Castle. Each player can lose the Berkshire Castle, not going to be the end of the world if he does lose it. But if Orange can't deal with the Berkshire Castle, it will be at the end of his world. Bombard's taking some damage, more siege weapons being pushed on forward. The keep has taken some severe damage. Horsemen and samurai completely surrounding some of these forces. And the Berkshire Castle does go down, which will give Orange some extra breathing room. Who's now backing on off. He's going to Elite Man Arms, Enclosure, and Arrow Volley. He does not have Elite Longbomb just yet. That's likely going to be a possibility. His opponent's deploying out a good number of Onobushigas, but he may just need to focus on Samurai because he's mass Longbowmen. Horsemen wouldn't hurt, but they, of course, when Longbowmen get fully upgraded, they can put holes in Horsemen. Now they're keeping pulled out over here to help keep the second side secure, as well as potentially gain some more village on the gold mine. And looks like we've got network of citadels as well. Villagers rotating around, trying to find this gold deposit. Many Japanese villages in the region as well. Daimyo Manor complete, which means he has a secondary town center now. As he can probably get out a good number of Bannermen. How many Bannermen can he get out? 7. So in future conflicts, he has 0 Bannermans deployed on the field. But once they deploy on the field, they'll probably have a constant effect of the banners. Oda Tactics, Elite Samurai Research. Or no, that's Elite Bugishas. Not Elite Local Doggo there. Hyperspire does a Trebuchet and 2 Bombards and now 1 Mangonel in the field. Quite a bit of various siege weapons. The English player has no siege weapons in the field. Spring Ball 2 would not hurt him. Another outpost there. More walls there just to help provide some influence. Second side's being captured up by blue. English player still needs an eye for all the gold deposits. Both players have some gold. I wonder if the Castle Crow next trade caravan is being pulled on the field. Does this now start on cooldown, or did the first one ever make it to the castle? There's a blue mining camp here for some odd reason. I guess he's trying to build the Berkshire Castle, then go to the deposit there? That part I'm not sure. He could try to clean those stables to get out some more of the Yoshiros. Not sure where the Yoshiros are currently at. They're in siege workshops, apparently. One's in a siege workshop. This one's in archer range, so he may want to clear those Yoshiros out and then get them other resource structures. Magno gets a decent hit there. Hardened Spearman, Veteran Spearman, charging way forward. Elite Man Arms, Elite Crossbowman. No Elite Longbowman just yet. Magno gets a good volley down those crossbows. Bombards trying to help. Looks like the English front line is trying to disintegrate. And there's now going to be backing on off. Samurai do go down there. Yep, network citadels have been researched. Who's not eyeing for a gold deposit over here? Spring Gold. Oh, looks like the English player is actually at max of population, going for incendiary arrows now. You've got a good number of samurai, so the crossbows will get quite a bit extra damage thanks to incendiary arrows, but not currently being researched. Going for the elite spearman as well. Saves his one bar from being overran. Maganel gets a good shot there on the longbowman. Great hit there on those longbowmen. Spring Gold pushes way forward, takes another good volley there. Spring Gold does get a hit there on the Maganel, but does get counter-sniped, counter-barraged by those Lombards. Blue's forces now falling back. You can throw some of these units on top of the walls, which will give him +2 range, as well as a bit more defense. As some man-at-arms stretch their way forward, they will be a good front line for the English player, but they will not be able to handle up to the samurai. Trying to push his way forward, getting some damage. Bombard is going to go on down. Over here, villagers trying to torch down some walls for some odd reason. And those units are going down. These more English man-at-arms got a good number of man-at-arms and crossbows in the build queue. Now we've got incendiary arrows. Horsemen charge way forward. Crossbows do hit pretty hard, so they will do okay against the horsemen. Samurai won't exactly last too long to those crossbowmen. The forge is being denied. We do also have a keep here. He's trying to prevent the Castle Crow to be utilized right there. He's inside the keep as well. And arms straight forward. There's of course a castle here that does pose a problem. Or another castle, should say. And overwhelm these various forces. He may be able to get this Maganel next. Bombard plays him quick going down. Bit of a waste of resources there. That Alpha's not even fortified. Trying to repair up the Berkshire Castle. It's not going all too well. There's another good volley there. The English player does have textiles research. Maganel will get taken out, and the Japanese player does back the game. This is Anchorage saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.